here's Tommy Maloney.
All right, I have a few simple questions for you because I don't do math, so we're going to start this off real easy. Question number one, how many of you have ever heard of the word divorce? How many of you know somebody that's ever gone through a divorce? How many of you have actually gone through a divorce? All right. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about a wonderful book. Not only is it a wonderful book, it's a book I wrote. It's called 25 Tips for Divorced Dads. Okay? In 2008, I was sitting at home. It was Sunday. I was watching football. That's what guys do. We watch football. Well, at the same time, I was actually packing my suitcase for a business trip for the next day. I was actually, ladies, I was actually folding my clothes into my suitcase. My wife comes up to me and says those evil words, "We need to talk." And I'm going, football! Watching football! I said, "Can we talk later?" And she turned around and said that one word that, as guys, we know we're in trouble when they say the word, fine. So she goes downstairs. I go back to folding, allegedly, my clothes into my suitcase. And after one of the football games was over, I'm going, well, it's Sunday night, and it's actually the first night of Sunday night football. And ladies, you might not be able to understand this, but for me, it was big. It was exciting because it was my Chicago Bears were playing opening night, and that's all I was thinking about, Sunday night football. I go downstairs and I say, well, what would you like to talk about? And that's when she said, I want a divorce and I want you to move out. 1 million kids are affected each and every year of divorce. My book was created because I had to now think of ways to bond with my son Connor, who's right here on my tie. And actually in this picture he's got more hair than I do. But how do I stay connected? How do I stay bonded with my son when I don't even live in the house anymore? Matter of fact, from the divorce of September of 2008 to July 2009, I actually lived in and out of hotels. And so we actually created our own little bonds, our own little memories in the hotels. So I'm going to talk to you briefly about, because we don't have enough time for 25 tips, I'm going to talk to you about a few of them. First tip out of the book is actually the second tip out of the book, and that is you got to tell your kids every day that you love them. I know it sounds, what? That's so common. Well, kids don't hear it enough. Okay, we got to tell our kids every day that we love them. The second tip is we created our own little traditions. So one of the tips in the book is create your own tradition. In our household, one of the traditional tips was we had don't make your bed day. I, as a parent, you know what? I have to be a role model. I have to be a mentor. I made my bed every day. And so one of the things was we didn't make our beds on Saturdays. Usually it was Saturdays. The second tip I want to relate to you was, that was the second tip, wasn't it? Yeah. See? I told you I don't do math. The third tip is actually something that is kind of, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and it's a Jedi mind trick, and that is cooking together. And what does cooking together bring? Well, reading, math, but all of these elements create a little tradition of their own. It's so easy to go to the fast food place and order the cheeseburgers and the fries, but when you create something that you and your kids do and then actually eat it and then not get sick, if we have time, I'll tell you the pizza story, how I tried to make homemade pizza. And luckily, I had health insurance at that time, but that's another story down the road. So these 25 tips, I hope you will enjoy because, again, I'm going to use a Jedi mind trick, and that is it's a workbook at the same time. So what this book actually does for you is not only do you go through 25 tips, but you actually can sit there with your kids and start creating your own tips as well. So please, go out, tell your kids every day you love them. Go out, create your own little traditions, and cook with them every single day. Have a great day.